Well, I'm sure we've all had that moment where there was a bottle that was out there that we just had to have. Well, I had that moment today. We're going to review Nulu Straight Bourbon Whiskey, finished in maple brulee barrels. This is single barrel select from Skurnik Wines and Spirits. It is 116.2 proof. So I saw a post in one of the Facebook bourbon groups that I'm still in. That's actually where I posted before I was even ever on, TikTok doing these bourbon reviews. And it mentioned this bottle, and it mentioned Bottle King, and it referenced the specific Bottle Kings in New Jersey that this is at. Not all the Bottle Kings, but it did mention the one in Ramsey, New Jersey, and that's the one where I work. It just so happens that I was going to the office today. So I knew in my head, I got to get to this Bottle King 9 o'clock when they open, right before I was going to the office to see if they still had them. I'm like hoping that they did. And sure enough, getting there 9 o'clock, there's 5 bottles left. Got this one, and now there's 4, and they're probably sold out for all I know. So my interest in this was twofold. First of all, I've had Nulu once before, and only once before, that I purchased it, and it was the Nulu Toasted Small Batch, which I think I got for a really good price. Absolutely loved it. It was one of my favorite toasted bourbons that I've had. And since then, I've seen other Nulus. Some of them are pricey, but that was the only one that I ever purchased. And now this. And so my impression of Nulu was so good that definitely wanted another one. Plus the fact that I've never actually purchased a bourbon finished in maple syrup, maple brulee, or anything like that. I have other dessert type bourbons, but not this. And I've been very curious and had my eye on some. This hit all the buttons right here, and it's a single barrel. So the deal with this is it was purchased in Bottle King, but as I said, it mentions single barrel select. It says Skurnik Wines and Spirits. Skurnik Wines and Spirits, as I understand, this is distributor. Bottle King is the retailer, so I assume they get some of their bottles. And it mentions a lot of wine bottles too. Obviously, I think Skurnik Wines and Spirits did this store pick, and they were the distributor to Bottle King. Proof's 116.2 proof. Barrel number B1243. It is aged 8 years, says it all down here. Finished is 7 months. I think 7 months and a finish in a barrel that formerly aged maple syrup. I think that's a decent amount of time. Non-chill filtered, distilled by MGP of Indiana. It's at MGP Grains. Bottled by PCS Distilling Company. It does say on the receipt experimental bottle. I see limited release. So this is something special. It's not something that's going to be on the shelf all the time. And basically what this is, it is rebarreled with maple brulee barrels. And what that is these are ex-bourbon barrels that aged maple syrup. They're then sent back to the cooperage, and then the barrels are retoasted, and I guess it caramelizes the sugar in the oak, and then that just enhances all the flavor in the finish. And my opinion, not my opinion, my thought process, since I haven't had it, is that this is certainly going to be imparting that dessert-like qualities, the maple syrup and other dessert-like flavors into this product right here. My only hope is that it is not too sweet, because I do have a sweetness threshold. From what I've heard, I did not hear that, but at the same time, I have several bourbons that are, I call them dessert-like bourbons, and some don't meet that sweetness threshold, and then some go over it. Hoping this is not that, because I'm very excited to open this. So without further ado, let's get into it. Nice looking bottle, the single barrel stick, information on the, and if you want to pause to read the back. Not the easiest tab to remove. Let's see how the cork pop is. Not bad. Okay, this is one of these wax tabs. Some wax tabs are easier than others. This is not that easy. You have to wrestle with it a little bit, but I hope it's worth getting this thing open. I'm sure it will be. I can already see, talk about syrup. This is a very syrupy, it looks kind of a thick liquid, viscous. Just from looking at it, it does indeed look syrupy. A little bit on the dark side, but I was getting a very nice aroma coming out of this bottle before I even put it in the glass. Definitely getting, there is a sweetness there. You can also tell there's some proof. Let's get into the taste. Cheers. This is good. First of all, there's just something about this Nulu profile, and it's just coming back from when I had the toasted barrel. It's different, but there was something with that too. Some toasted bourbons, there is some, dessert-like quality with that also. So there is some overlap, and it's coming back because it's been a while since I had that. There is definitely a maple syrup influence here. You can definitely tell that the legs on this glass are like as if I really did have syrup in a glass. Really, really, as I said, thick, viscous mouthfeel. It looks like maple syrup in a glass for real, and it's not too sweet. as far as I can see so far. I will tell you, this is my first go at it here, and I have, in all fairness, I have reviewed other bourbons that are sweet. Where the first time I was good with it, and then other times not. But I don't think this is that one. I think that there's a sweetness to it, but I don't think it's overpowering, and it's good for someone like me who doesn't want something that's too sweet. Finish is good. I mean, I really think this is really, really well done. It has some resemblance of that other Nulu Toasted small batch. This was finished in maple brulee barrels. Some similarity, but not exactly the same thing. But I love that one, and so far this is a winner as well. Oh yeah. So what I would say on this one, my first go with it is this going to be an everyday type of a pour? If you want like your everyday type of bourbon, no, I don't think this is that everyday type of bourbon. Just like any of these sweeter type profiles may not be. They could be that, that special pour you in every now and then. Could be a good bourbon, like a dessert bourbon. But this one, I'm happy so far in the fact I don't think it's too sweet, but there is a sweetness factor. You can tell around the glass. I would say first go, I would say this is really, really good. And I could definitely see why the things that I've read about this, heard about this, is really good. Being in a single barrel, obviously that also gives it the fact that it could be different than others. No two are the same. I know the small batch version is the one that I've read about is really good. This is a single barrel version. So I will tell you that this single barrel, is a really good one. If you are in New Jersey and there are, are you near any Bottle Kings? I forgot which ones are the other ones that had it. I would definitely go in soon. This is Thursday night that I'm posting. I just got it today, so I wouldn't imagine they're going to be around that long. As this Bottle King had 4 left when I was there, and I would imagine they're going to definitely go quick, and I can definitely see why. So this is a winner, Nulu Straight Bourbon Whiskey, finished in maple brulee barrel, single barrel select. Definitely a good one. Cheers.